Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, my dear friends, students of grade 6. Today, inshallah, we are going to study lesson 3 in unit 3, which is nitrogen gas. In this unit, atmosphere, we studied oxygen gas and the carbon dioxide gas. And now we are going to study nitrogen gas. Okay? As you know that, we have studied before, nitrogen gas is the most abundant gas in the air. The most abundant means it has the biggest ratio. It has 78% of the air volume. You know very well, it represents 78% of the volume of the air. So most of the air around us is nitrogen gas. What fraction? Can you tell me on the chat what fraction? 78% about what fraction? Who can chat? Write the chat if 4/5. Omar Khattab, very good, Omar. It is 4/5. Yusuf Hamdi, also good, Yusuf. Thank you. And Islam, everybody. Iyad, thank you. 4/5. Okay. Thank you, everybody. So now we have tested the chat. It's good. If you want to raise hand, okay. If you want to write on the chat, okay. So it represents 4/5 of our air which we inhale. 4/5 of our air which we inhale. So the nitrogen is the most gas in the air. We inhale it, but we don't use it in respiration. As we inhale it, we exhale it again. Okay? When we inhale nitrogen, when we make respiration, we inhale nitrogen and oxygen. But the one which is important in respiration is nitrogen or oxygen. Right on the chat. Which one is used in respiration? Nitrogen or oxygen? Very good, Omar Khattab. Also the first one. Islam. Oxygen. Very good, everybody. Thank you, Malik. Thank you, everybody. Yusuf. Safe. Thank you, everybody. So only oxygen we use in respiration. But nitrogen is not used in respiration. Also, carbon dioxide is not used in respiration. So as we inhale nitrogen, we exhale it again without any use. Without any use. So we say it is a lifeless. What is the meaning of lifeless? Raise your hand if you want to tell me. Lifeless. Yes, lifeless. Okay, you can write on the chat or raise hand. Okay. Malik, you can open your mic. Malik.
Lifeless means, Mister, that it is not used for anything, like in respiration, and when we respiration we inhale it again.
Okay, very good, Malik. Thank you very much. Another one, another student, Muaz. You open your mic, Muaz. What's meant by nitrogen gas is lifeless gas?
It doesn't use in respiration or anything.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Muaz. It doesn't use in respiration or in combustion process, burning. It doesn't use in respiration and in combustion process. So it is called lifeless. And it have another word, have the same meaning. What is the other word? Right on the chat. Lifeless has another word equal to lifeless. Write your answer on the chat. Very good, Omar Khattab. Very good, Yusuf. Very good, Muhammad Abdul Rahman. And Malik Galal. Not correct, Malik. Bilal Khalid also correct. So lifeless means azot. The same meaning of lifeless is azot. Azot equal lifeless. So when we say nitrogen gas is called azot, this means it is lifeless gas. Okay? It doesn't share in respiration. It doesn't share in a combustion process. The scientist here, we can see here, Daniel Rutherford. Daniel Rutherford. This is the scientist who discovered nitrogen. He had discovered nitrogen. This scientist is called Daniel Rutherford. Okay? Remember Joseph Priestley, who discovered the oxygen, and Lavoisier also gave the oxygen its name. طيب, structure of nitrogen. Nitrogen is found in nature in the form of a gas. The gas of nitrogen found in the air, in the atmosphere, by ratio 78%. And the gas of nitrogen molecule, the molecule of nitrogen consists of two atoms, two nitrogen atoms. As you see here, we have, this is nitrogen atom and this is another nitrogen atom. The two nitrogen atoms combine together and they make nitrogen molecule, which we can say here, this is a nitrogen molecule. We can say it's called, can be called N2. Why we call it N2? Why we call it N2? Raise your hand. Muhammad Abdurrahman.
Yes, teacher. Because it consists of two nitrogen atoms.
Very good. Nitrogen molecule consists of two nitrogen atoms, so it is called N2. Type. Another question. Nitrogen is an element like oxygen or a compound like carbon dioxide? Raise your hand and you can write on the chat.
Mr.
Yes.
It
Very
is
good, Iyad. Very good, Safe. Very good, Malik. Safe. Are you ready, Safe? Open your mic, Safe.
Yes,
Is it an element or a compound?
element.
Very good. Why it is an element?
It is the element because it has
Two similar
two similar
atoms.
nitrogen atoms.
Two similar atoms. Very good.
Atoms.
Omar Wael. Can you open your mic, Omar Wael? Again, nitrogen is an element or a compound?
element.
Why it is an element?
Because it's composed of two nitrogen atoms.
Very good. Two nitrogen atoms, they are similar atoms, not different. They are similar. So we say it is an element, not a compound, but carbon dioxide is a compound. Do you know why? Carbon dioxide is a compound. Do you know why? Another one, Bilal, can you answer me? Carbon dioxide is a compound. Do you know why?
Because it is lifeless.
A compound because it is lifeless? No. Think again. Islam, are you ready? Islam, open your mic, Islam.
Yes. Oxygen is an element.
Carbon dioxide is a compound. Carbon dioxide is a compound. Why?
Because it doesn't have different atoms.
It consists of different atoms. It consists of different atoms, so it is a compound. Okay? It has one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms, so it is a compound. Thank you. Thank you, Bilal. Thank you. Time. Let's go now to continue studying nitrogen. Existence of nitrogen and the properties of nitrogen. Existence and the properties. We have here nitrogen can be found in the atmosphere. We said it before. It represents 78% of the atmosphere. So if we want to get some nitrogen, we take it from the atmosphere. The main source of nitrogen is the atmosphere. The main source of nitrogen is what? The atmosphere. Okay? Type. Can nitrogen go to the soil? Yes, it can. Who can tell me how? Raise your hand if you want to answer. Who can tell me how can nitrogen go to the soil? Muaz, can you, Muaz? طيب باسل. طيب استنى يا معاذ. باسل. Are you ready, Basil? You raise your hand. Can you tell me
Yes.
how does nitrogen go to the soil?
No.
Do you know how? طيب نرجع لمعاذ. Are you ready, معاذ?
نعم يا مستر.
How does nitrogen go to the soil? It is in the atmosphere. How does it go to the soil?
By
Uh,
by root.
yes, how? Think. I give you a chance to think. طيب محمد أحمد. Are you ready, Muhammad?
Yes, by the sunlight.
How does nitrogen go from the air to the soil?
By the sunlight.
How?
When nitrogen is in atmosphere,
Yeah.
it goes by sunlight in the soil to
No,
make
no, Muhammad.
proteins.
No, Muhammad. Think again, Muhammad. Muhammad, think again, please. طيب Mahmoud. Are you ready, Mahmoud?
Yes.
How does the nitrogen go to the soil?
By light.
Again?
Nitrogen coats soil by light.
By lightning. When lightning happen in the sky, okay, when the storms and the rain happen, there is lightning and thunder. When the lightning happen, what happened? The lightning is a strong electric energy. Help.
The nitrogen oxide reaches the soil.
Nitrogen combined with oxygen, making nitrogen oxide. Nitrogen combined with oxygen, making nitrogen oxide, which reaches the soil with the rainwater. Reaches the soil with the rainwater. So yesterday, if you are awake, there is lightning in the sky. Did you hear it and watch it?
Yes, mister, I watched it. I
You
was
watch
down
it.
there.
It is yeah. It was in 1 o'clock, maybe 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. It's early in the morning. Lightning happened yesterday. So during lightning, the lightning is a very strong electric energy, which helping combination happen between oxygen and the nitrogen in the air. So it makes nitrogen oxide, which reaches the soil during rain. With the rainwater, the nitrogen oxide go to the soil. Okay. After that, there is some plants only can absorb nitrogen from the soil, which are called legumes. Legumes can absorb nitrogen from the soil. Do you know why? Legumes have some small bacteria in their roots. This small bacteria is called, who can tell me the name of this bacteria in the roots of the legumes? What is the name of the bacteria in the roots? If you know, raise your hand or write on the chat. What is the name of the bacteria on the roots? There is some bacteria here in the roots of legumes. What is the name of this bacteria? Yes. Some students write correct in the chat. Muaz, Muhammad, Saif. Excellent. Islam, very good. You write correct answer. Okay. Islam, can you open you can open your mic and tell me the answer.
The answer is nodular bacteria.
Very good. Nodular bacteria. The nodular bacteria in the legumes, such as clover, peas, and soya beans, these are the legumes. البقوليات. Clover, البرسيم, soya beans, and peas, البسلة, they are the plants which have nodular bacteria in their roots. They can absorb the nitrogen by the help of nodular bacteria. So they can make protein. So these plants have large amount of protein. By the help of what? By the help of nodular bacteria. By the help of nodular bacteria, they can make protein. So if you want to eat more protein, you can eat more peas, more soya beans, but don't eat clover, please. You know why? You can eat peas and soybeans, but you cannot eat clover. You know why, Malik? Can you answer me? I not advise you to eat clover. You know why? طب عمر وائل. طب محمد عبد الرحمن. Is it good to eat clover?
What, mister?
Is it good to eat clover?
What is it by clover?
For us?
No, mister.
Clover is the food for the cows and the sheep.
No.
Clover
No.
is the food for the animals. Cows and sheep eat clover. Barcine, you don't eat clover, okay?
No.
Okay.
Clover.
But you have to know that it contains a large amount of protein, okay?
I heard it's noble.
Clover is barcine. The meaning of clover is barcine, okay? Okay, shabab? Don't eat clover, okay? But you can eat peas, soya beans, beans, fasolia, and lobia. These lentils, العدس, all of these are legumes, which contain large amount of protein. It's very good for your body. Help in building your body and building your tissues. So number 4, nitrogen found in the body tissues, in the living organisms' body tissues. As you see here, nitrogen form a protein substance which builds the body of all living organisms. So if you want to build your muscles, if you want to build your body more and more, you have to eat more protein. Who can tell me protein food? What food contain more protein? Who can tell me? Raise your hand if you know, or write on the chat. What food contain more protein? Muhammad Abdurrahman, write meat. Very good, Muhammad. Omar Khattab, write peas and soya beans. Malik, eggs. Islam, fish. Safe, okay, chicken. Very good, everybody. Thank you, everybody. So, meat, chicken, fish, eggs, milk, and cheese, all of these are the food which contain protein. We have to eat it better than carbohydrates. It's better than carbohydrates, okay? Now we go to the properties of nitrogen. Okay, properties of nitrogen. Okay, ready, heroes? As we know, nitrogen found in the air around us. So do we see the air? Do we see the air? Does it have a
No.
the air has a color?
No.
Has a taste?
No.
No.
Has a smell?
No.
No.
The clear air has no color, no taste, and no smell. Maybe the polluted air has a smell or a taste or a color. The polluted air, but the clear air, the fresh air, has no color, has no taste, and has no smell. So it is the same because air, most of the air is nitrogen. Most of the air is nitrogen. So the nitrogen is colorless, tasteless, and odorless. Okay? And also, it is scarcely or hardly dissolved in water. Is it like oxygen or like carbon dioxide? Raise your hand or write the answer on the chat. Is scarcely or hardly dissolved in water, like oxygen or like carbon dioxide? Yes, very good, Omar Khattab, Muhammad Abdurrahman, Omar Wa'il, very good. It is like oxygen. Very good, Yusuf. Thank you. And safe. Thank you. Yaman. Thank you, Yaman. Yaman. Raise your, can you open your mic, Yaman?
Yes, miss.
So nitrogen is a dissolved in water easily or hardly?
Is hardly
It is like oxygen or like carbon dioxide?
oxygen.
It is like oxygen. It's hardly dissolved in water. And the oxygen also scarcely dissolved in water. But carbon dioxide is easily dissolved in water. Okay? The last property of nitrogen, it doesn't help in burning. This property, like oxygen or like carbon dioxide, right on the chat. Property number 3, like oxygen or like carbon dioxide, doesn't help in burning. Yeah, Omar Khattab, very good. Yeah, Yahya, very good. Yusuf, it is like, it doesn't help in burning. Like what? Like oxygen or like carbon dioxide? Yusuf Hamdi also very good. Yeah, it is like, Iyad, can you tell me, Iyad Muhammad? It doesn't help in burning. Like what? Muhammad Shadi, very good. Muhammad Shadi.
Just for burning the carbon dioxide.
Like carbon dioxide. So it has property
No,
doesn't have in burning like carbon dioxide. And it has scarcely dissolved in water like oxygen. It has a property like oxygen and it has a property like carbon dioxide. Here, it is like oxygen. Here, it is like oxygen. And here, it is like carbon dioxide. Here, it is like carbon dioxide. Okay? So, nitrogen has some properties of oxygen and some properties of carbon dioxide. After that, there is some enrichment information. This enrichment information was in the lesson, but they canceled it. So it will not come in the exam. But we will read it quickly. We will read it quickly, okay? But for more reading, for enrichment information, okay? I need Basil Raslan to read number 1. Basil, are you ready, Basil?
Yes.
Read number 1.
Nitrogen is recently used in filling car tires because nitrogen is characterized by its relative
constancy.
in volume when the temperature changes.
يعني ايه الكلام ده؟ We can use nitrogen to fill the car tire. It is better than the air. Because if the temperature changes, the volume of the car tire doesn't change. You know, in the hot weather, maybe the car tire explode. Why the car tire explode? Because it's filled with air. But if we fill it with nitrogen, it will not explode in the hot weather. So it is better to fill the car tire with nitrogen. طيب, and now Muhammad Abdurrahman, can you read number 2?
Okay, Mister.
اتفضل.
Nitrogen is used in making ammonium nitrate and ammonia, which are used in manufacturing
of soil fertilizers. Very good. Nitrogen is used in making ammonium nitrate and ammonia, which are used in manufacturing of soil fertilizers. You know, if we want the plant to grow fast, if we want the plant to grow more and more, we need fertilizers. We need to add fertilizer to the soil. السماد, fertilizers, الأسمدة. And the fertilizers are made from a nitrogen compounds such as ammonia and ammonium nitrate. So nitrogen can be used in making fertilizers. Number 3, Omar Wael, can you read? Not ready, Omar?
Okay.
Number 3.
Nitrogen is used in small amount to fill some types of lamps.
Some types of lamps are filled with nitrogen. Not all lamps. Because most lamps we will study in second term filled with a argon gas. But some lamps are filled with nitrogen. Okay? And some lamps are filled with xenon. Some lamps are filled with argon. But you can use it to fill some nitrogen, some lamps, because it doesn't burn and doesn't help in burning. Number 4 now, we have Muhammad Shadi. Are you ready to read number 4, Muhammad?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Nitrogen is nitrogen
used in
is
manufacturing.
Used in the
manufacturing.
Gunpowder
and stainless steel, which is a type of iron, doesn't make rust. Okay, Muhammad? So nitrogen is used also nitrogen is used in manufacturing of the gunpowder, the explosions. The gunpowder, which used in some fire, make fireworks and so on. The gunpowder is it contain nitrogen, and also stainless steel or the iron which doesn't make rust, also has nitrogen. We come to the end, ya shabab, and we will see a video. Watch a video with me, okay?
Okay.
Watch a video with me, okay? This video about the nitrogen cycle, how the nitrogen moves in the sky to the soil, to the sky, to the soil, to the plant, to the body, and so on. Okay, watch it with me.
Clover are among the 18,000 species in the pea family. Most species in this family, including peas, beans, and clover, are among the 18,000 species in the pea family. Most species in this family, including these three, are known as nitrogen fixers.
Okay, can you see now the pea family? Can you see the video?
Yes, Mister.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
The pea family, what, such as what? The pea family, such as peas,
Tennessee,
yes,
beans, bees,
clover.
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 Okay, clover. These are the legumes. These are the legumes. They are called also nitrogen fixers. Nitrogen fixers, because they can absorb nitrogen from the soil. Okay?
They increase the level of nitrogen in the soil, which plants need to produce protein so they can grow, and chlorophyll so they can photosynthesize. One way to use this in the garden is to interplant nitrogen fixers with other plants that need a lot of nitrogen. Or you could plant a nitrogen-fixing cover crop like clover for fertile soil next year. Okay, this can be useful, but doesn't nitrogen fertilizer do the same thing but more conveniently? Why bother with this nitrogen fixation thing? Understanding this requires us to understand how nitrogen fixation works, which in turn requires us to understand the broader nitrogen cycle. So let's start with the big picture. Nitrogen makes up 78% of the Earth's atmosphere by volume. But most of this nitrogen takes the form of two nitrogen atoms strongly bonded together, which isn't very reactive and is useless to plants. For it to become plant available, we need the help of bacteria. Various species of bacteria eat atmospheric nitrogen and poop out ammonium. This gets eaten by other kinds of bacteria, which poop out nitrite, which gets eaten by yet another kind of bacteria, which poops out nitrate. All of these forms of nitrogen are available for plants, especially nitrate, which is the easiest for plants to use. Plants can take this up directly if it is near their roots, but they most often rely on strands of fungi that attach to their roots and bring nutrients to them in exchange for the sugars and carbohydrates the plant roots exude. Dead plant material is also rich in nitrogen and gets brought down with the help of worms, whose poop is a delicacy among nitrifying bacteria. Some of the ways nitrogen exits the soil is when the crop is harvested, when water carries it away, or when it becomes gaseous and returns to the atmosphere. Or if the soil lacks oxygen, different anaerobic bacteria grow, which convert nitrates back into atmospheric nitrogen. Notice that these things only happen with loose nitrogen in the soil, not with nitrogen inside organisms. Okay, so we know that the nitrogen cycle depends heavily on life in the soil. Without them, the plants would be quite sad. But you may have noticed, if the fixation process is done by bacteria, where do nitrogen-fixing plants fit into this? Believe it or not, nitrogen-fixing plants don't fix nitrogen. Rather, they create habitat for the bacteria that do. The roots of this clover plant have little nodules that house huge amounts of nitrogen.
Can you see here the nodular bacteria in the root of the legumes?
Yes.
Here the nodular bacteria can absorb nitrogen from the soil, okay, and give it to the plant. The plant can make proteins. So when we eat the plant, we take protein from the plant, okay? Now we can answer some questions. Are you ready to answer some questions with me?
Okay.
نعم ماما.
Okay, let's go to answer some questions, ya shabab. Raise your hand if you want to answer. Muaz, are you ready, Muaz? Start number 1.
معاذ هو مستر.
No, Muaz Muhammad, you.
Okay.
Read
Nitrogen
number 1.
nitrogen molecule consists of two nitrogen atoms.
Very good, yeah, Muaz. Nitrogen molecule consists of 2 nitrogen atoms, and they are similar atoms. Okay. Number 2 now, Muhammad Abdurrahman. Hands down, yeah, Muaz. Hands down, yeah, Muaz.
Yes, teacher.
But
nitrogen gas percentage is 78% of the air volume.
very good, Muaz. Thank you, Muaz. Next, hands down, Muaz. Muhammad Abdurrahman.
I just answered, Mr.
Scientist who discovered nitrogen.
Daniel Rutherford.
Daniel Rutherford. Very good, Muhammad. Now, Basil Raslan. Are you ready, Basil?
Yes.
The main source of nitrogen.
Yes.
Shukran. Thank you, Basil. The next will be Muhammad Ahmed. Are you ready, Muhammad?
Yes.
Read number 5.
Nitrogen oxides are formed by combination of nitrogen with oxygen.
Okay. In the sky during lightning, nitrogen and the oxygen combine together. Nitrogen and the oxygen combine together and they make what? Nitrogen oxide. Make what? Nitrogen oxide. Okay? This is nitrogen oxide formed in the sky after lightning in the sky. This happened yesterday. Okay? Okay. So it is oxygen. The answer is oxygen. Next. Hands down, Basil. Hands down, Muhammad. Yemen. Are you ready, Yemen?
Yes, Mr. Nitrogen
Number 6.
oxides are formed in the atmosphere during what? Which reach soil with rainwater. Nitrogen oxides are formed in the atmosphere during lightning.
Lightning. Very good. Thank you, Yemen. Now, Malik. Are you ready, Malik? Number 7.
Yes, teacher.
Number 7.
Nitrogen is most important part of proteins.
Very good. Thank you, Malik. The next will be safe. Are you ready, safe?
Yes, teacher.
Let's go
Nitrogen
number
is
8.
called azote, which means number B.
Very good. Lifeless. Azot means lifeless. Very good. Yeah, safe. Thank you, safe. Omar Khattab, the hero of chat. Omar Khattab. Are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Number 9.
From the properties of nitrogen, it burns, enters the structure of, enters the process, do not help in burn.
Doesn't help in burning. Very good. The properties of nitrogen, it doesn't help in burning. Very good. Thank you. And we have right and wrong, but we have 1 minute only. We will solve quickly. Muhammad Shadi, are you ready?
Yes.
Read number 1.
Nitrogen gas represents 21 of nitrogen gas represents 21 of the volume of atmospheric air.
Quickly.
Wrong.
Thank you. The next. يلا نلحق نخلص إن شاء الله. عمر وائل.
صح. True.
Most abundant gas. True. Thank you, عمر وائل. يلا قربنا نخلص يا شباب. The next will be محمود. محمود.
Nitrogen contributes to the composition of all living tissues.
Thank you very much. And the last question is Yahya. Are you ready, Yahya?
Yes, nitrogen gas is the most important gas as it forms carbohydrate substance. True.
جوالك.
No, wrong.
كربوهيدرات ولا بروتينز؟
Proteins.
يبقى هنصلح كربوهيدرات ونقول بروتينز. طيب كده هنوقف يا شباب. We come to the end of our session. You all excellent today. ما شاء الله. You all excellent. Yes, my son.
Can you see my chat, please?
Oh, Islam. You are Islam? Okay, good. Very good,
I am
Islam.
Omar Khattab.
Omar Khattab. Thank you, Omar. And thanks for all here. Today you are excellent. Oh, everybody, alhamdulillah, we study all the lesson, alhamdulillah. And be ready, maybe I make a quiz for you in the class next session. Be ready, ya shabab. Okay?
Okay,
You have a
teacher.
worksheet. You have a
Mister,
worksheet
about
about
what?
nitrogen. You can
Mister,
solve
the
the
quiz will be on nitrogen.
The quiz will be on nitrogen. Yes, inshallah. Be ready, inshallah.
Okay.
Shukran, ya shabab. Goodbye. I love you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Bye.
Bye.